Any of you willing to put your hands up and say that you have female incontinence? Nobody's going to... One lady! Good for you! Can I say the rest of you are lying?
Well done for you!
Good for you!
Andrea, did you notice they all went, oh, and crossed their legs?
So, apparently, 9 million women in Britain suffer from it. There's 4 of us here. I don't know how many that is. That 1 in 3? How many? It's OK. There's 4 of us here. Hands up. Who has stress incontinence?
So this is stress
incontinence.
Stress, yes. It's the SUI. The stress urinary incontinence.
Which
where
basically...
you're putting the bladder under too much stress, whether you're exercising or doing a huge sneeze. Yes, it's not where you can't hold it if you need to go.
Running.
That's a different type altogether.
You're doing what my mum calls chuntering. Chuntering away to herself.
I know it's called the taboo. I actually don't have any problem with this one. I think there is a problem with the word incontinence, and let's be honest, for people who have got, you know, serious incontinence, usually at an older age, but not always, it's a real problem.
It's a medical
it can
condition.
Be very distressing. People can find it difficult to go out and things, and you have to appreciate that. Kind of at our stage in life, usually if you've had kids or whatever and you haven't kept up with your pelvic floor exercises, although you know it was a good idea but you didn't do it, then you get to a stage at the kids' stage, you want to go on the trampoline, Mum? And you go, just going to do the dishes. You know, and that's it, and yes, that's what I've got. And when I go to a fitness class and they say it's time for star jumps, I think, oh, sore knee.
Yeah, it's that funny point, isn't it, in your life where you can only wear black to exercise classes?
Exactly.
It's true.
You know, no more pale grey sweatpants. Patterned are good.
Patterns are
you
good.
know you're going to go on the star jump.
Yeah.
Straight away. And it's funny, actually, the other day I was with a group of women and somebody said something very funny and everyone burst out laughing. But the whole crowd of women were all like this.
Nobody can see what you're doing. Go around the front. They can't see what you're doing.
Come on, some of you will know this. We're all like this. And the great thing is, when you're with just other women, you can just do that because you know that you're all suffering it, don't you? If you've had a baby.
The sneeze as well, when you feel a sneeze coming on and you're in a crowd of people in a shopping centre or something, like that, and you know that everyone's noticing that, she's got
Do you do the same thing when you sneeze then? Do you cross your legs?
Is that kind of extra pressure? Not the just sort of, you know, not the just, oh, I need to go to the toilet, because I could hold that all day. But it's that sudden...
Not good for you, by the way.
Like with a jump. You know, it's that extra pressure on the bottom of your bladder. Or a sneeze where you're kind of like a... you know, and you do have to kind of just squeeze the adductor muscles together.
I remember once in a shopping an abductor.
Adductor.
Sounds fun. Where have I got those?
They're the muscles on the inside of your thighs.
Oh, right,
your groin.
I remember once tripping over in a shopping centre, tripping, and because I was suddenly tripping...
Nasty.
Are we accident?
Actually, I was saying that I think one of the problems about it is that incontinence is a really...
It's a horrible word
that people don't like and they don't want to associate themselves with, and so it's difficult to say, oh, I've got incontinence problem, that sounds awful. So we should call it a wee problem.
I tell you what, do you remember a few weeks ago when we did rebounding here? Were you here on that show?
No, but the trampoline thing.
Yeah, we got Colleen bouncing, And I was like, oh, we've got to do this.
There we go, OK.
We've got to do this. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, why did I put that on my head? But there you go. But you know what? I started it about... I started about 6 weeks ago, and I had to get off it because I actually did wet myself on the show there. Nobody realised. Just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Because I've just gone out, but I've been doing it for about 5 weeks now.
And she never chucks her pants out.
And I do it every morning now before I come to work.
She does. You've been
bouncing every morning.
You know what the thing is? I don't anymore. So without realising, so the thing is, if you've got it, you can reverse it. Pilates,
so bounce.
Also, you know what I've read about is, as well as the undercarriage, the bottom of the bladder, that muscle there that controls the urine, it's also that lower pelvic muscle is affected through to your lower back. And I heard that if your pelvic muscles are... if you're tucked under like this, which I tend to be, because I did ballet where they teach you to tuck under and plie, what you should be doing in the gym is actually sticking your bottom out. And
I'm beginning to feel quite uncomfortable.
And squatting
didn't come here to have that put in my face.
There are people who pay good money to have that put in their face.
Oh, that's good. No, this is...
But Penny, that's it.
If you stick your bum out.
I'm having a hot flash.
When you're squatting while you're
Yeah.
sticking your bottom out, you're actually helping the gluteus, the biggest
Maximus,
muscles,
yeah.
your glutes to actually work. So if you strengthen your glutes, then you actually also strengthen your pelvic
But what's
muscles.
really
It goes-
interesting is
Monday night like in her house.
you said you trained for ballet, so your pelvis
to
is
tip the
forward.
pelvis.
I have stood like a duck since the day I was, well, able to stand. And I naturally stand. Everybody's standing up today. I want to go. So I naturally do that, have that Kylie Minogue
You've
dip
probably got
bit.
a good
And I do lots
undercarriage.
of
Just
squats.
forgot you're on
Yes.
television.
And you don't
And I'm all right,
Yeah, exactly.
thankfully,
See,
for the
Is that why you
bouncing.
don't wet yourself then?
I guess so. I'm very lucky.
So squat ladies, do lots of squats, lots of bouncing,
Yeah.
and
also-
squeeze those inner muscles.
And can you tell what I'm doing right now? Them. Do them.
The keels.
Is that how you pronounce them?
Kegels.
Kegels. But that
So are you star jump safe, are you, Andrea?
No, she's focusing.
We've got it now. We've got it
I
now.
can't talk and at the same time. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling perky now. Wait until you watch these and click here to subscribe. You may as well. It's totally free.
Or get on the scales, and I'd either been good or I'd been bad.
Yeah.
And depending on where my weight has gone up or down, and in the biggest disaster, if my weight went up by a pound or two, then I would binge to try and make myself feel better about being overweight.
Yeah, the fact
And
you
it took
are
me
failing.
years and years to make the connection